Popular front yard landscape trees. Laburnum times waterary flowers only briefly. For the rest of the year, it offers little. It's also fussy, suited only to USDA plant hardiness zones 5 to 7. Even there, it'll perform best in areas with cool, moist summers. Albizia julibrisson is another favorite tree for front yards that isn't perfect. The problem here is that it's invasive, especially in the warmer parts of its zone 6 to 9 range. If you fall at the colder end of this range, you may be persuaded to overlook the one fault of this 20 to 35-foot tree with aromatic, powder puff flowers. The fern-shaped foliage is nicely dark on cultivars such as summer chocolate. Sorbus americana is a specimen tree valued especially for 3 features. We sometimes grow a number of trees in our front yards because it's hard to find all the qualities we want in one tree. But those with small properties don't have the room to grow more than a tree or two. A great DIY landscaping tip if you own a small front yard is to familiarize yourself with plant selections that do offer multiple desirable qualities. Some choices give you multi-season interest so that you don't need separate trees to furnish fall foliage, winter interest, for example. Beauty need not be at odds with functionality. Acer saccharum is famous for its fall foliage, yellow, orange, and maple syrup alike. As big trees 80 feet, they also function as shade trees and noise barriers. The function of sunburst, Gladitsia triacanthos var. Inermi suncoal, pertains to what it doesn't do, make a mess, letting you skip raking leaves. This 30 to 40 foot tall low maintenance selection has such small leaves that they don't make a mess when they fall. They're also pretty, especially in spring and fall. The tree's pollution tolerance allows you to grow it along the roadside. Besides selecting trees with multiple desirable qualities, a way to beat the challenges posed by small front yards is growing dwarfs. Many sport flowers or foliage as appealing as that on bigger trees, just on a smaller scale. Quercus rubra is among the best shade trees and has red fall foliage. Its other admired qualities include: don't think you need a big yard to grow apples, there are dwarf trees that stay small enough for tiny front yards. For interesting branching patterns, there's nothing better than Corylus avellana contorta, zones 4 to 8. This slow grower becomes 10 feet tall. It displays catkins in spring, but it looks its best in winter after its leaves have dropped. That's when you can best appreciate its curious form. Cornus alternifolia W. Stackman, zones 3 to 7. Offers 4-season interest. Its horizontal branches are nice year-round. Its foliage is at its best in spring and fall. It also offers white flowers in spring. You should grow at least one needled evergreen if you have the room, and Picea pungens glauca is a favorite. This 60-foot by 20-foot tree is a centerpiece for outdoor Christmas decorations. It also functions as a Dogwoods give you 4 for the price of 1. Best known for their spring blooms, they also provide fall foliage, a horizontal branching pattern for winter interest, and red berries the birds eat. Weeping trees forms inject novelty into your landscape design. Weeping cherries are favorites because they combine novel shape with splendid spring flowers. Crabapple trees Malus not only offer spring flowers but can also function as pollinators for apple trees and plants that draw wild birds to the yard. Hardy to zone 6, Crepe Myrtle Lagerstremia is more popular farther south. At its northern extreme, punishing winters cut it down to size, reducing it to shrub form. But in the hot American Southeast, this drought-tolerant plant is a tree that grows everywhere. Palm trees are popular foliage plants in warm climates. You're probably familiar with coconut palms, Cocos nucifera, which don't tolerate cold weather. But some types are surprisingly cold-hardy. Holly ilex has broadleaf evergreen foliage that's often glossy and barbed along the margins. Many types are shrubs, but American holly Ilex opaca and English holly Ilex aquifolium are trees. Acer palmatum atropurpureum bloodgood is one of our favorite cultivars of Japanese maple trees. This slow-growing, medium-sized tree is just about the right height, 20 feet, for a shade tree for your patio landscaping. Beeches are among the most colorful fall trees. North America has its version, Fagus grandifolia, and so does Europe, Fagus sylvatica, variously called the purple beech or copper beech, Fagus sylvatica var. Purpurea is one of the best. A variation with weeping branches is Fagus sylvatica pendula, and even more interesting is Fagus sylvatica purple fountain, which combines purple leaf color with a cascading plant form. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.